Today we'll be reacting to Mariah Carey performing Hero live at the Madison Square Garden. But before we start, this is a reaction video. It's a commentary video, so I'm gonna pause and provide some commentary along the way, but I'll of course link the full performance below so that you can check it out without me disturbing you. But you clicked reaction, so here we are. Oh, immediately, yes. Nice.
If you look inside your heart, you don't have to be afraid of what you are.
Woo. I love her musicality. I love that she's able to make little changes, just little details here and there, little embellishments that are different from the recording. Her musicality, and she can change that up every time. She's not like a one-trick pony or anything. Like she's her musicality, and also the ease that she sings those little runs and yeah, the melisma with on the same vowel, several notes, you know. And she sings those runs with such ease. They just trill out of her. It's so beautiful from the very intro, you know. And she's improvising over the melody. That it speaks volumes of her musicality, that she's able to do that and change it up every single time. No performance is exactly the same.
Of what you are.
Like
There's an answer.
The vocal flip, oh, so
good. You reach into your soul, and the sorrow that you know will melt away. Yeah.
Oh yes, I love it when she does runs where she goes like dips down on a deep note like that. Deep note, low note. But I love it when she does that, just in like a beautiful, like breathy, you know, not like breathy as in it's not a bad thing, a gorgeous thing, you know. That breathy queen, because we know she can belt too. She's not a whisper singer, you know. But yeah, when she does that, those breathy nice runs and just dips into those lower notes, so gorgeous. And also I'm loving her 90s makeup here with the thin brows and the shimmer and everything. It's so 90s. I'm here for it. Oh. The crowd.
And you cast your fears aside.
Yes.
And you know you can survive.
That tone.
When you feel like hope is gone, look inside you.
Yes.
And be strong.
I didn't know if she was gonna belt that or go up like do a little vocal flip and go up in her head voice on Inside You. It's so gorgeous. And did you listen to those, like there are some endings of her phrases where she also does just a little trill, a little embellishment, you know. I'm so here for that. I'm so here for it because she's so tasteful in the way she does it as well. You know, I'm someone who's, when it comes to runs, I'm like more is more. I love it. Like go off, improvise over the melody, do whatever you want to the song, you know. I'm sorry, but that's me. You do you, but that's me. I love a run. But even though she changes the melody here and there, it's so musically sound, you know. It's so great the way she does it, and she doesn't always go off on the melody, but those little embellishments in between phrases, those little details, I love it. And then to the
and you finally see the truth that a hero lies in you.
Soft, breathy, nice, angelic. You see what I mean? It's that, like, you think she's gonna stop the phrase where it stops on the recording, but then she just keeps going. Like, improvisation queen. I love it. I love it so much. But still, she gave us the entrance to the second verse was, you know, she did it the same way. It's a long road. I love it. Ugh, Mariah Carey, she will always be up there, you know.
It's a long road, and you face the world alone.
Yes.
No one
Choir?
reaches out a hand for you to hold. You can find love.
Yes.
If you search within yourself. And
Loving the choir behind her, those oohs, I love it. And I love that little variation she did there too. Like, I'm sorry, I'm repeating myself, but it's that, you know, she can do those variations and still give us what we want to hear from the recording as well. Tasty, classy, love it, so musical. Go to bed, everyone who has something to say about that, you know?
if you search within yourself, and the emptiness you found will disappear.
Yes,
And a
gorgeous.
hero comes along with the strength to carry on, and you cast your fears aside. And
Can we talk about her tone? Because it's so unique. It's so like, no, it's got her timbre, like, and I can't even describe it. It's got this bright timbre to it, but it's still so full. And there's this sort of, like, the way she mixes in those breathy notes in between as well, and the way she then gets the onset on her chest voice notes. Like, it's just, I'm sorry, I'm speechless. I'm gonna try to gather my thoughts on that because I'm onto something. I appreciate her tone so much. You can tell immediately that this is Mariah Carey, you know? I also love that sometimes she goes high in her chest voice and then she goes lower and uses her head voice with a breath. So it's sort of opposite of what many people could do and would do, because people are not usually that comfortable with belting, but like in their higher register, it's easier to use your head voice for most people. But she can sing breathy, like in any place of her register, like with a head voice, and she can do clear head voice. She can use her chest voice way down there and way up. We know that she's got this big range, but what's also impressive is that she can use several vocal qualities within her range, like at any point, you know, and that's really impressive too.
and you cast your fears aside, and you know you can survive. So when you feel like hope is gone, look inside you and be strong, and you'll finally see the truth, that a hero lies in you.
Look how relaxed. I hate to stop before the highlight, but I love that she gave us that entrance to that bridge as it is on the recording. But notice how she uses sometimes when she goes up on those belts, she uses a little H. It's very subtle, but there's like a little H before the onset. And that's helping her do we like to call it sort of a cry, or I like to just call it the H, but like it helps you with the onset, you know, so that you don't have to enter it like straight on, because those high notes, it's hard to do that. So that H is a really smart choice. But with that said, she doesn't do that every time. She can also onset the note without that in the heights, in the higher parts of her register, in the heights, the musical. But yeah, so impressive. So let's get that transition into the bridge.
And you'll finally see the truth, that a hero lies in you.
So relaxed. The hand guiding. Yes, choir. love the arrangement. Yes! That gospel choir arrangement, I'm so happy about that. Thank you so much. That's everything. I love that so much. I love it so much. I love it so much. I love it when they come in on the offbeat like that. Well, I love it, love it, love it. And so powerful and so full sounding. And now Mariah can just play on top of that, you know? Imagine having that blast. Oh, a wall of powerful voices behind you, you know? And this song is so uplifting, so empowering. It's such a nice message, you know? And having someone, that gospel choir, it's so powerful. Love it. Yes, Mariah, yes. She just went higher. She's just like, I don't have to do it like the recording. Let me just do it higher. Why make it hard when you can make it harder, you know? Mariah Carey. Wow. The control. The crowd. Tone. Did you hear what they were about to do? Oh, or something. Oh, the stamina on Mariah Carey, though. The stamina. Every time I react to her, she's running a marathon on the songs. And she manages to keep that gorgeous tone up there in her register. Those amazing belts. And look at how she uses her hand to guide her. I've talked about this many times, that the hand is sort of a physical manifestations of a lot of internal processes when you sing. So it's totally unconscious, subconscious. Like you don't know that you're doing it, but it's happening. And it's just a physical manifestations of all the technical stuff going on inside your body. And it's really fun to watch when Mariah Carey does it. She has got a very active hand. Yes. And you finally see the truth that a hero lies in you. Melt me now. We're going to go back to that because the copyright, so I have to pause. But the way she went into her breathy, that's what I'm talking about. Like she can go do these really high belts and then choose to do the lower parts, like really breathy. And I'm not just talking about endings where she goes into like, obviously, where you had this dynamic build and then you go like to the lower dynamic. She used the head voice, breathy head voice thing when it was still very much on a loud part. And the runs that came from that they were gorgeous. That was everything. I know about Mariah. I know about her, like, what people call prime time vocals or, like, her prime vocals. I know, but it still always shocks me just how insanely talented and what a vocalist, you know? She sounds so good. I love her tone. I love that she's this natural vibrato that she's got on there, and the way she can also accelerate the vibrato where it needs to be sort of accelerated and slowed where it needs to be slowed. And most of all, her musicality and her runs. Not most of all, that's also part of it. I mean, everything. Mariah Carey is everything. I love this so much. Thank you so much for recommending it. If you're still watching, please leave a unicorn emoji, because her voice is so rare. It's so great that like she's a vocal unicorn, I guess, though she's very real. But you know what I mean. Leave a unicorn if you're still watching, and thank you so much for watching till the end. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Now